hopefully I can help you out. First question I get is, how do I develop an I don't give a believe attitude? I care too much about what others' opinions and what they think. Going through a tough separation right now where some are advising me just to adjust what people think, and I haven't even informed too many. Plus, I know that there are some mudslinging from the other side. I've seen so many people who do what they want and don't bother explaining it to others. Why? Say Samantha from SATC. How does one become like that? Sorry if it's a stupid question. So I don't think that it's a stupid question. I think that especially with men or just in society, everybody wants to develop that I don't care mindset. I don't care what anybody thinks. And I think that that is a detrimental thing. I think that it's a problem when you want to build a wall around yourself. You want to shut people out. You don't want to hear other people's opinions, and you just want to keep doing you because you think that you have the right idea. You think that you have the right ideas. You think you're right about everything. And I think that with society, you have a lot of books, a lot of people on YouTube who teach about that, but I think that it's a wrong mindset. So if we go back to the bucket illustration, you got a bucket filled with water. Throughout that lifetime, a couple things happen to you and it kind of brings holes into the bucket, so you're leaking water and you got to patch them up, or else the whole bucket will break and water will, you're basically just, that's when you might have an anxiety attack. You might have all different types of bad things happen. So clearly when somebody tells me something like this, they've been affected in some sort of way. You said it's because of a separation. Now I think that with a separation, obviously there's a lot of emotion behind it, but what I implore you to do is that you need to heal through that. It's not going to come around building a wall around yourself. You got to be able to go internally and fix it, because that is affecting you. You might want to say, oh, I don't care, it doesn't mean anything to me, but I can tell through your question the reason why you want to build that wall is basically so you can never either be hurt again, or you don't need anyone's opinion. You don't want to shut out the world. The world has so many things to offer: family, peace, happiness, friends, and for you just to shut it all out because you think that, oh, either that's what real men do, that's what successful people do, this is just the mindset that I need to have, is you gotta rewire your mindset. You can't let a small percentage, let's say it's heartbreak, let's say it's something small like that, you can't let that small percentage now that's your judgment of the whole world. These small things happen to you, but you can't let that be your outlook on the world. The world has so much to offer, as I said again: peace, family, friends. And if you want to build a wall around it and basically shut everybody out, it's arrogant. Do you really think that you have it all under control? Do you really think that your opinions are always right? So I would say that you need to just rewire your brain and just understand that what happened. You have to heal internally first. You have to heal internally. So get out a journal. Maybe you need to write out all of your thoughts. Crumple it up, throw it out. Maybe you need to call somebody. Call a friend, do something. But you wouldn't be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to heal through that if you just built a wall. You wouldn't, because something will happen to you again. And then what are you going to do? You're just going to keep building the wall higher and higher and higher, so that at a certain point now you're just alone. Because that's not how the world operates. You can't shut everybody out and still be happy, still walk around with that mindset and be happy. Think about it. You don't want that to be your mindset. I'm telling you, I've done it. Most people have done it. It doesn't work. So focus on yourself internally, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be okay. Next question. Let me find it. What should I do? 21, almost 22. High school education. So depressed I don't move out of bed unless I'm going to work. No friends. I live with my parents, but they can't stand me. I want something to change so bad. What can I do? So I feel like with most people going through their early 20s, this is a very interesting point in life, because what you're going to see, or maybe what you have seen, is that you start to see people go in an upward trajectory. You might see people go to start getting their degrees, they start to move out, and you start to feel like you're not doing much. And I felt like that. I still feel like that, and it's okay. So it's not necessarily that something's wrong with you. I want that to be a main focus, is that nothing's wrong with you. This is just how you feel. This is how you feel. You feel adrift in life, and most people do. So what I encourage you to do is that, number one, you say that you're in bed on your phone probably all the time, is that just put your phone down just for a couple minutes. I've talked about this in another podcast, but put your phone down, go walk outside. If you go to a park, go walk outside and get lost. Just walk around, get lost. And I'm telling you, being in nature is the calmest place on earth. Go ahead, you might even need to find a park bench. Just get outside of your house, get a notepad, and start writing out things that you want to do. You could say I want to be an astronaut, or you could say I want to go back to school. But when you feel adrift in life, I think that everybody thinks of it in a yin-yang, is that there's either I'm successful or I'm a failure. It's either I do this or I'm nothing. And the state that you're in, you might think that you are at that point where you haven't done anything. But you're 22, 21. Your life is not judged by your age. It's not judged by the things that you do. So what I encourage you to do is get out a notepad, figure out what you want to do with your life. And that takes a lot of self-reflection. So dive deep, just go outside, get into nature. And once you're in nature, just start writing down your thoughts, realizing that it's not that big of a problem, because you can fix it, right? You say that you go to work, you have no friends. So what I encourage you to do is also, feeling adrift in life, the best thing that you can do is give back to somebody. So you live in a community that has food drives, you have volunteering. I encourage you to volunteer, because once you give back to somebody who is in need, you realize that the world is a lot bigger than maybe your issues. I'm not belittling what you're going through. I just want you to reshape your mind that you can also help other people. And through helping other people, that's a form of coping with whatever you're going through. So on your off days, try, self-reflecting, try volunteering. You will be amazed what it'll do. Just those two simple things. Just give back to somebody who needs you. Maybe be a tutor. You could volunteer. You could do all these different types of things. But start giving back to people, because that's what the world needs. The world needs more people like you. The world needs more people who are willing to, who want to do more, but they don't know what to do. So channel that into doing something good, something positive. Because a lot of times you're in bed, maybe you're on your phone, and doing that combination can only breed negativity. Because what are you doing? You're in bed, you feel like a loser. You go on your phone, you start to see on social media all your friends doing all these different types of things. And you're just sitting there, just watching life blow by. No, you gotta get out. Gotta get out and take back your life. Go volunteer. Go do that. Turn your phone off. Get out of bed. It's the biggest thing. Get out of bed. Get out of bed. Walk around. Do a sport. Go to the gym. And just give back to people. But you gotta, number one, rewire your thinking. And that goes from helping people and help rewire your brain. And number two, you gotta get out of bed. You gotta realize that you're not a failure. Whatever you went through, you're not a failure. You can't go around life thinking that you're like that. There's a yin and yang and you're just at the bottom. No, you're not a failure. And nobody is. But you can change that. You can go out there and help somebody you can go out there and deliver food. These people need your help. There's a lot of people that need your help, but you got to be able to understand that and rewire your brain in order to think that you can help other people. Another